All right, so the day before yesterday, I created a post really diving into a framework that I've created to help people pinpoint exactly where they need to put their focus in order to expand. Whoa, that's crazy. In order to expand their life success. I've so often put so much time and energy and focus and money in the wrong things, and it's pointless. It's pointless. So I'm a success coach and I'm all about efficiency and actually turning the dial, moving the needle, on your life and getting you to where you want to go as fast as possible. So yesterday or the day before, somewhere leading up to this, I put it to you. I asked you a question, and let's do this. Let's actually workshop this, to find out what your big domino goal is going to be. Okay, and then I'll talk about how we can ascertain what that is, and then also give you the solution to that. All right, so but let's just back up a bit, just in case you haven't seen the previous post or didn't read the previous email. My question to you is, okay, how satisfied are you in this particular area of your life? And I'm going to rattle off a couple. All right, and it's not how do you stack up compared to Bob or Jane, or how much of this stuff do you have? How satisfied are you with this particular area of your life? Okay, so, and the acronym is PERMASH, PERMAASH. And if you've got pen and paper, just pause, well, get your pen and paper, so you might need to pause this to go and get it, and write that down. PERMAASH. Okay, so let's dive in. How satisfied are you currently with the positive emotions that you experience in your life? 1 to 10. Whatever comes to mind, just write it down. It's really quick. How satisfied are you with your engagement in life? 1 to 10. How satisfied are you with the relationships in your life, or relationships in general? 1 to 10. If you've got one big relationship that's important to you that is not humming, you're probably going to feel that that's an area for improvement. So don't overthink it. Just, if relationships is a big thing, stick a 2 down if that's how you're feeling. Okay, the next question is, how satisfied are you with your money situation, your finances? 1 to 10. How satisfied are you with your achievements? How satisfied are you with your appearance? So that can be exactly as it sounds, how you're actually perceived and how you present yourself to the world. But to a greater extent and a deeper extent, what I mean is, to what extent are you satisfied that you're showing up as the person you know yourself to truly be? And yes, that might be what you're wearing and what your hair looks like and whether you've got weight to lose or anything like that. But it's kind of a little bit deeper as well. Okay, and then spirit. How satisfied are you with your spirit or spirituality? How connected do you feel to one another, to the planet Earth, to yourself? And the final one is health. Should be easy. How satisfied are you with your health? 1 to 10. Excuse me, I have a cold at the moment. Okay, so you've got a whole bunch of numbers there, and this is not an exercise to beat yourself up over the head with. It's just purely an awareness exercise. It doesn't come with any judgments. It gives us a very quick overview of how you're feeling and which particular areas of your life doing well at, or you're doing well at, and which areas not so well. Now the thing is, and I said this in my post yesterday or the day before, that if we feel like we're failing in one of these areas, it consumes our focus and we project that failure onto everything, and it feels like we're failing. So the first point of this is to actually show you perhaps you're doing well in some areas. you know, just to give you an opportunity to give yourself a pat on the back for the areas that you are doing well in, and to show you the areas that you're not doing so well in. Now, if you're feeling like you've got low numbers across the board, that's totally fine. It's totally fine, because what we're talking about is just our point A, you know, and we can make improvements in all of these areas. But what I want you to do is just choose one, you know, because wouldn't it feel good whether you've got a 2 or a 6 down for this number? Wouldn't it feel good if you could actually make some improvements in this area? So I want you just to choose one of your PERMASH areas in life. Okay, so we're going to choose, that's going to be part of our domino goal. Okay, so if it's relationships, we're going to set a goal to improve our relationships. All right, now that's still fairly broad. So what we want to do now is look at, well, what do we really need to do to improve our relationships? And I've got a little framework for that as well. So this is, you know, over the course of my, I suppose, whenever I started consciously thinking about success when I was 20 maybe, and now I'm 42 to think about that. Over the course of 22 years, you know, the learnings that I've had around what actually creates success, what actually creates momentum towards, you know, a goal that you have. And this is my current understanding, my current perspective, and I'm going to share that with you. So we're going to use this framework to actually really pinpoint exactly where we need to tinker. That's going to have a big ripple effect to actually creating success towards your goals. Okay, so in order to have momentum towards a goal, there are certain things that need to be in alignment. Okay, because if these things aren't in alignment, what we're going to find is that we're being pulled in opposite directions. It's going to make perfect sense to you when I lay it out. Okay, so these things are our conscious mind, our subconscious mind, excuse me, pardon me, your heart and soul, your health, your vibration, strategy, and environment. We want all of these things actually supporting you and pointing you in the right direction so that you can actually move quickly towards your goals. All right, so let's break these down. So conscious mind, firstly, you've got that covered. Our conscious mind wants to thrive, and you want to think it's basically a good idea, whatever the goal is that you have. All right, I know you guys are creative thinkers, you've got curious minds, you're generally competent, so I'm not worried about your conscious mind, okay? You're not a crazy person to the extent of, you know, you're a high functioning person. Yes, we're a little bit crazy, but we need to be, and that's cool. But you're a highly functioning person. Your brain pretty much works as it's supposed to, so we got that one down. Okay, the next thing is our subconscious mind though. Okay, now our subconscious mind, its role is to stay safe. It just wants you to survive. Okay, now the screwy thing is that if, let's say, you've had all your life you've been broke, or you've been in an abusive relationship, your subconscious mind knows that that's survivable. So it just says, hey, look, Joe, just give me more of that, thanks. I know I can survive that at least long enough for you to find a partner and procreate and carry on the species. It's all I care about, you know? Excuse me. Let's see if I get through this. Okay. So if you're and if you've got subconscious stuff going on, it's manifesting as doubts, fears, that negative voice inside your head that just never leaves you alone, imposter syndrome. They're the kinds of things that, you know, if your subconscious mind isn't in alignment with, you know, you're going to have a really, really tough time actually making progress towards your goals. And I'm going to tell you how we overcome these things in just a minute. Okay, so heart and soul. Heart and soul is your trump card. Okay, it wants to evolve. It's the part of you that wants to grow, that wants to experience stuff, everything, the good and the bad, you know. And don't we get some of our greatest, most precious lessons through our most difficult times, you know? And that's why we do get led down pathways that are tricky, that do put us in situations where we're forced to learn, where we're forced to grow, where we're forced to evolve. Okay, And it's hard to ignore. If your heart is saying, hey, I want to do this thing, it's really hard to ignore that. So my point being, if your goal that you have isn't something that comes from here, that is heart aligned, you're always going to be in conflict. Yes, maybe it seems like a good idea to set this particular business up, but deep down in your heart, you really want to do this other thing. That's always going to be pulling you in two different directions. So one of the very first things we do together is I find out what you truly desire to do. What is your heart aligned goal? Okay, and then we wrap everything else around that one, because I can't change what your heart desires. That's yours and yours alone. All right, so what else have we got? We've got our vibration and it's our feelings, okay, and it's a lot of that is our biology too. So our vibration is our state of being. It's how we're feeling. Now, it's intimately tied to our biology, and as cells, this is very interesting. And if you want to dive into this further, Dr. Bruce Lipton is the guy to follow, and he'll blow your mind. The Biology of Belief is one of his books, and is just astounding. What we're discovering about quantum physics, around biology, around energy and energy fields. Okay, so one of the things that we know though is our cells have got a membrane around the outside, and on that membrane they have what's called receptor sites. Okay. Now, whenever we have a certain feeling, that floods our body with a certain chemical, and these receptor sites on the cell membrane they're different shapes. So it's almost like a key. So we have a particular receptor site for joy, for instance, and you'll also have a particular receptor site for discouragement, so on and so forth. Now, this is where it gets super interesting. The more we flood our bodies with these particular chemicals, be it joy, be it discouragement, the more our cells optimize to receive that feeling. Okay, so if you're so used to flooding your body with discouragement, or I'm not good enough, or I'm ugly, I'm broke, you'll have a very specific chemical signature that goes with that thought pattern. All right, and you know what it is. We all have our favorite flavors of suffering. So what's yours? Because you're addicted to that, literally. Okay, so now what happens is we decide we're going to change. We're going, all right, okay, Helen, I'm going to change. I'm going to change my behavior, and I'm going to change my thoughts and my thinking, and it's what I'm going to do. And you decide with your conscious mind that this is what you're going to do. And you do. You go out and you start behaving differently. But what's going on internally, your body's not getting that fix of, discouragement, broke, unworthiness. And you're going to do whatever you can to sabotage yourself to get that fix again, because what does your body want? Your body just wants more of the same. It wants to stay the same. Okay? So we need to make sure that our feelings, our vibration is actually of having achieved the thing now. And we have ways of doing that. Okay? What else have we got? We've got our environment. Okay, that is huge. Massive. Does our environment support us? Do the people we hang around support us? We truly are the sum total, as they say. It truly is. It truly is so important. The people that we hang around affect us and influence us. And what about our actual environment where we live in day to day? Is it set up to support us? Is it feeding us subliminal messages about our success and where we're going and what our goals are and our ability to achieve them, or not? Hugely, hugely important. Okay, and then we've got our strategy. Are we actually doing the right things to get us to where we want to go? Now, strategy must always speak to the environment. You cannot have a strategy without one eye on the environment that you're existing in and operating in. Okay, so does it make sense? Like, all of these things need to be pointing towards your goal. They need to be supporting you, not pulling you in different directions for you to make swift progress towards what your goal is. Okay. All right. So how do we overcome these things? Okay, so conscious mind, firstly, yes, it needs to make sense, and you need to do your research, and you need to just look into what the market's doing and everything like that. That's really important. Okay, subconscious mind. Okay, remember, it manifests in fears, doubts, reactivity, being triggered by stuff, not being able to do the things, not being able to execute your strategy, procrastination, avoidance. All of this stuff belongs in the subconscious mind. Okay, and so many of us have awareness around our subconscious mind, and you know that big iceberg analogy as well, where your conscious mind is just the tip, and then underneath is this like massive, immovable entity, the big controller. And it can seem almost impossible to actually make change in your subconscious. But I'm actually trained in a method of subconscious reprogramming, which is the most powerful tool I've actually ever come across. We've discovered that you can harness the vast power of our subconscious mind to actually reprogram itself. So things that would take weeks of therapy can change in minutes. All right. So for so many coaches and for so many people that move into personal development, it can just seem so laborious, and it can seem like this never-ending story of trying to change your subconscious stuff. Okay, and to me, it's not even an issue. Subconscious stuff I eat for breakfast. All right, but it is because I've got this tool. Okay, so that's how we can change our subconscious and make sure that, you know, we're actually releasing ourselves from all of those things that are keeping us stuck. All right, what else have we got? Heart and soul. Like I said, that's not my job, that's your job. Okay, whatever you're truly being called to do, you know, once I find that out, then my job, I see, is like turning that ship around. Okay, let's point you in that direction. Even if it's, you know, even if you've got real practical considerations around having to do this other stuff, we don't want you getting to your deathbed and thinking, oh, I wish I had, what if, I wish I had given some, I wish I'd tried to do that at least. Because I can tell you there is nothing more satisfying than being on the path that you're meant to be on. It's what gets you up in the morning. It's what gets you up when you get knocked down over and over and over again, because you are going to get knocked down over and over and over again. But it's your ability to get up, learn from your mistakes, and carry on that's going to get you to where you want to go. Okay, so we want to have you on that path. It plugs you into the mains. It gives you an extra jolt of energy that you just don't have if you're not doing that thing. All right. Okay, so our biology, our vibration, okay, that manifests in if then I'll thinking. Okay, once I've made $1 million, then I'll be happy. Once I've made $1 million, then I'll dress in such and such a way. Okay, once I've got a relationship, then I'll find inner peace. If you've got that kind of thinking going on, that's a really good indicator that our vibration is not where it needs to be. We're not embodying the person who's already achieved the thing. Okay, we're experiencing feelings daily, constantly, that are not the feelings of the person who's achieved the thing. So how do we do that? Okay, I've got a whole process, visualizations, meditations, where we literally flood our body with these new feelings, these new chemicals, and we wean ourselves off those old feelings that we've become so addicted to. All right, what else have we got? Strategy. Environment. Okay, so if environment, you've got an environmental problem. Okay, obviously the people around you don't support you, but you don't actually. You have a strategy problem, because environment and strategy always speak to each other. Environment can be changed, and if it can't be changed, you can change your strategy to change your environmental situation, to bring in more of the good stuff and less of the stuff that doesn't support you. Okay, so we won't worry about environment because environment is actually strategy. And okay, so then it just comes down to strategy. Are you doing the things that you need to do? I see so many people hanging out in mindset land, doing deep subconscious reprogramming sessions because they're fat. They need to be out exercising. They need to be going to the farmer's market to fill their pantries and their fridge with food that's going to nourish them and actually get them to where they want to go. But that's not comfortable. That's not what they're used to. Okay, because if this is subconscious stuff here, because if they were to actually lose the weight, there's going to be stuff that is scary for them. What if I do become successful? What if I do lose the weight and other men find me attractive? I guarantee you there's going to be some subconscious stuff going on there, but you got to do the thing. You just have to. Okay, so if I'm working with someone and they want to lose weight, I'm not going to spend hours and hours and hours with them doing some subconscious stuff. Yes, we'll do some of that because all of these things touch each other, but I'm going to be looking for them spending time walking, getting outside. Because if they're not doing that, okay, then maybe they're doing all the other stuff that we need to do. Remember, we need to have all these things in alignment. But if they're not doing that one thing, that's the one thing I'm going to be, honing in on. That's the thing that's going to make the difference. So you can see we've got all this energy. I'm talking about energy here and where we're focusing our energy. Okay, and if we can just focus our energy to tip over one domino, just like this person that needs to lose weight. Okay, if we can tip over that one domino for them, that's going to have a ripple effect on all their other areas of life. Okay, they're going to feel better. They're going to be more engaged. They feel great. They're happy to be seen in public and to engage with other people. They feel good in what they're wearing. Their relationships are likely going to improve because they feel better in themselves as well. And their partners are going to find them more attractive, more likely. Okay. Money, everybody knows that, the more well you present yourself, your income increases, more likely to land jobs, more likely to get promotions. Okay, because it's a very good indicator of how you take care of yourself. Just by losing weight, this person, where are we up to? Obviously, they're going to feel like they've achieved something. This thing they haven't been able to knock down for years and years and years. If they suddenly lose weight, they're going to feel amazing. Okay, their appearance, obviously, they're showing up more aligned with who they know themselves to be. Otherwise, they wouldn't want to lose weight in the first place. They're definitely going to be more healthy. And spirit, they're going to be so much more connected to everything that's around them because their focus isn't sucked up with all the stories they're telling themselves, which now they know aren't true, about why they can't lose weight. Do you see? So that's why we're looking for this one big domino goal. So now let's find out what that goal is for you. So you choose your permash, your one area. Just choose one. If we could dial up the knob on that area, which one would you choose? Okay, now what I want you to do is go, okay, well, which things aren't in alignment? Let's just give it a scale of 1 to 10 as well, just to make it super easy. Okay, conscious mind, I reckon that's fine. Okay, we're not going to worry about that. Okay, and subconscious mind. When you think about that goal, have you got lots of fears and doubts and procrastination, self-sabotage, avoidance, negative voices? All right, heart and soul. Is this actually what you truly want, or are you secretly desiring to do something else that isn't that goal? Okay, give these a 1 to 10 answer because we're going to pinpoint exactly what we're going to fix. And it's going to have a massive ripple effect in your life and your business and your success. They all touch each other. Where are we up to? Okay, conscious mind, subconscious mind, heart and soul, biology. All right, are you feeling the feelings now of the person who's achieved the goal? You know, the person that needs to lose weight, are they feeling thin and vibrant and energetic, confident? They know that they can lose weight. Or are you feeling all those other things, your favorite flavor of suffering? Okay, 1 to 10. How in alignment do you feel you are with that area? What do we got now? We've got environment. How much does your environment support you? 1 to 10. And your strategy. Are you doing the things? Do you have the strategy? Do you know what you need to do? Does your business model support you? Is it actually going to get you to where you want to go or not? And then, of course, executing the strategy. And if you're not executing the strategy, that's not a strategy problem, that's a subconscious problem. All right? So, what do you need to do? What do you need to focus on? Where do you need to put your energy and time, money, hopes and dreams? What do you need to focus on in order to have the biggest impact? All right. So, now, what I would say first, if health is a thing for you, if you've got health either in PERMASH or in, if you feel that health is the biggest area that you want to make a change in, I want to refer you to my amazing friend AJ. Okay, Arimas Jawadka. He is one of the best men I know, and also the most talented, knowledgeable guys I know around biohacking. And he will help you as well with subconscious stuff and your internal growth. But if health is a thing for you, please go and sort that out first, because all the mindset stuff that we do, it's just going to be completely undermined if you haven't got your health at least to a level or a degree that you want it to be at. All right. Okay, now the next thing is if you've got money as a thing, and if you're earning, or if your business is turning over between 6 and 7 figures, and you've got strategy as your problem, I want to refer you to the 2X framework. Okay, these guys are geniuses at sorting out businesses, that are 6 to 7 figures. They will, in 90 days, they will double your income. Okay, so there'll be a button around here, or a link, or something in the comments. I don't know wherever I'll post this. Okay, there'll be a link, and they've got some good quizzes, or I might just connect you with somebody. I haven't decided yet, but I want to refer you to them, because if that's what you really need to figure out, they're the guys to help you figure out that. If health is the thing that you need to figure out, AJ is the person to help you figure out that. Now, if money is a thing and strategy is your problem, then I love business strategy as well. I help people under 6 figures. I help people to get started. I help people to set up the foundations using a lot of the 2X guys' resources as well, so that we can actually get you to where you need to be in order to move you into the 2X program as well, if that's what you want, and if that's what makes sense. Okay, so all these other areas, this is the stuff that I deal in. Okay, and I've got resources, I've got tools, I've got transformational programs that will help you to literally make significant change in that particular area, that big one domino goal that you have. All right, now I have different ways in which I can help you knock that domino goal down, and it really just depends on your budget and what you want to spend, what you can spend. Okay, so options range between $10 a week, New Zealand. So if you're in the US, that's something like $6.50 a week. You still get access to all these transformational programs. You get access to a private group. You get access to Q&A with myself and some other coaches and the members of the group. Okay, but if you want to go through those materials and have some live group coaching with me, then we're looking at $97 a month, again, New Zealand, and I do daily live coaching sessions. Okay, some of them are subconscious reprogramming, some of them on relationships, some of them on business strategy, business mastermind, some of them on just sort of conscious goal setting, accountability, problem solving, and we do a thought storm too, which is super fun. Okay, so I've got all the ingredients there. And then of course we can do one-on-one as well. And a one-on-one package with me starts at $6,000 New Zealand. And we meet, you still get access to all these programs. You still get access to the group. You still get access to group coaching sessions if you want as well. Plus we have 12 one-on-one sessions, which we usually do over the course of 6 months. All right, so now you've identified that big domino goal. I guess the question is to ascertain, you know, am I really the person to help you knock that down? Okay, because we all know how important that goal is. All right. So I'm going to put some links and buttons below, above, to the side. I'm not sure, for you to choose to find out some more information. I don't expect you to have all the answers right now. You got to suss me out. You got to know that I'm the person for you. You got to see my testimonials and really ascertain for yourself that I might be the person to actually help you achieve that goal. But at least we've got the goal. All right. And if I'm not the person, at least you can go and find the person. All right. So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope that was helpful. I'm sorry you can't unsee what you've seen now as well. You have a conscious decision to make. How important is this goal to you? How urgent is it? What is it going to cost you to not take action on this goal? I'm giving you an opportunity right now to take action on this goal. All right. And all my stuff comes completely, you know, it comes with guarantees. You don't get locked into anything. You know, I put all the accountability on myself to make sure I'm providing you with exactly what it is that you need in order to get where you want to go. I care about client results like crazy. If we're not getting great client results, then we need to fix something. But we've got a ton of testimonials, we've got a ton of happy clients, and I would love you to be one of them as well. So check out whichever link below makes sense to you. Remember, if health is your thing, please go and see AJ. If business strategy is what you need to sort out, please go and see the 2X crew. Okay, everything else I can help you with. All right, see you guys.